So, John, what do you got for us? I don't even know if you can find a stack of the day today other than puts.
Yeah, I would say that's true, Chief. And one of the things that I would point out, though, because, it'd be stupid to even cite any strike price today, because everything's going to be moving, if it's a put, through the strike price to the upside, if it's a call to the downside. But I'll point out what we pointed out on CNBC Tuesday, and that is that the VIX calls do not expire on Fridays like weekly options do, or on once a month on the third Friday of the month like regular options do. They separated that because of the impact that they thought it could influence on overall market volatility. And imagine that, a volatility derivative closing at the same time as the other stuff. So anyway, that's even more why this is such a professional instrument, the VIX. But VIX closed yesterday at the opening, which meant that there were an awful lot of people. In our minds, Chief, it really favored the upside of volatility because, number one, Friday was an expiration of S&P, and it was a so-called quadruple witch. So the September futures, options, single stock futures, and equity options all expired on Friday last week if they were September-based, not weekly options but regular. They expired last Friday. That meant that people had 2 days this week if they were in the VIX calls to participate. And for the most part, those calls went down, Monday and Tuesday until the late afternoon Tuesday. And then for very good reason, they started to rally. Even as the market barely held on to any of the gains Tuesday. Remember, it was up pretty good, and then it petered out into the bell. And one of the big reasons for that was that those VIX calls would expire on the opening, which meant that people had to roll into the next month, into the Octobers, if they wanted to participate. They had to start doing that whatever they wanted, but the deadline was Tuesday night, because Wednesday, just like S&P options, you have no opportunity to trade them. They just open at the price of the index. So our point was, judging by the open interest, not nearly enough people rolled. So they were left left completely exposed
to the upside.
Yep.
To
the upside of volatility,
I would agree.
Which usually means the downside of the stock market.
Right.
So to have a bet that, which I don't have, but to have a bet that we go back down here and test the lows, just like David Andelman said, of a couple weeks ago, for the third or fourth time to test perhaps 1124-ish area, which is where we traded down to in the pre-market a couple weeks ago, 1124, 1126, whatever it was. It seems like that was where the odds were stacked that we could, if you were a betting man or woman, you would have been on that.